Well, it looks like it's a little dark in here. I guess I should turn on the light. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we need some light, don't that's on. All right. Hmm. Try that. I'm not a lighting professor, but hell. There we go. Okay. Wow. I don't know if this camera's working or not working. So we'll see. What? See, ah, that's what I get for trying to do a video, right? Hey. Okay, so trans what? It's on everybody's tongue. Trans this, trans that. I don't know, but I'm tired of it. There's transcontinental, transference, transamerican, transgender. Really? Who came up with this bullshit? Yes, I'm going to be a little bit out there. But you know what? I'm over 60. I don't really care what anybody thinks what I say. That's the privilege of being a senior citizen, I guess. I'm crooked, aren't I? Well, let me fix me up. Let's see. Let's pick this up. Put it like that. Okay. I got a light here. And you really want to see this short little fat lady, right? So I'm only sitting down because I'm old, okay? Sorry about that. I probably should adjust the damn camera, right? Okay, let's adjust the camera. And y'all are going like, man, this woman's out of her tree. Okay. A little better. Maybe. Yes, no. Anyhow, I have heard a lot in my day, but never did I think that there would be a fad, and it is a fad, people. It is a fad. There's nothing you can tell me different that has swept the country by a storm. Literally swept the country by a storm. Okay, we all know that you're born one of two ways. Well, other than the Petri dish thing, but still, it's the same chromosomes, okay? So you got X's, and you got Y's, and you got XY and XX and Y, whatever. But there's nothing outside of that. So if when you're born and you're scientifically female, X chromosomes, there's no Y in there, right? Okay. So then if you're born a male, and that's a gender, that's also a sex, and the way they keep screwing around with the dang word gender and sex as if they're two different things is BS. It's not a social construct. I don't care what they say. There's no such thing as a social construct when it comes to sex or gender or physiology or anatomy or whatever. It's like, get over the whole crazy train thing and just get off of it, okay? Anybody who says there's hundreds of genders is they need to be in a rubber room. I'm gonna stand up and say they need to be in a rubber room. I need to be in a gym. I need to lose some weight, but I'm trying. I can't do it. But it's like I get so blasted, irritated at this psychological, as we call psychobabble, that keep coming out of people's mouths. Even the woman who was, for whatever reason, I guess she checked all the right boxes, was chosen to be on the Supreme Court, and she was asked to define what a woman is, and she's a woman, and she couldn't say, really? Since when can you not look in the mirror and see if you got boobs or not, or if you got a vagina or not, and you can't tell that you're a woman or a man? It's just like out there. It's like there are facts and there are fiction, and this transgender, excuse my language, this transgender shit is fiction with a capital F, fiction. And I'm just like, 40 years ago, and we're talking in this 40 years ago in the 80s, you didn't hear this crazy stuff. You didn't hear it. You know why you didn't hear it? Because it wasn't real. Someone along the way decided that I don't get enough attention. I need to be loved more, so they came up with a transgender crap. You know what? Most of those women, transgender women, there's more of them than transgender men. Transgender women, they are ugly. Sorry, girls, guys pretending to be girls. Y'all can't pass as a good looking woman. Sorry, it doesn't happen. I see these men, and I'm sorry, y'all are men, you're not females, and you're pretending to be a female. So you can Google at women in ladies' restrooms or ladies' locker room or wherever the hell you want to look at a female body because otherwise you wouldn't be able to. So you play transgender bullshit. And it's an old man, it is getting old. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? I'm not too. No, there's no doubt that this body that I'm in, this is no way a guy. I'm not gonna play transgender man because you take one look at the top half of me and forget it. It's like, oh God, that's not a dude. That's a girl. That's a female. That's a woman. That's a woman that's got way too big of boobs, you know, for as short as she is. But hey, that's what God gave me. So I can't help it. But and you dudes, oh my gosh, you dudes have something between your legs that we ladies don't have. So how can you pretend to be a woman? Is it that unhappy at home, honey? Did mom not give you enough love? Did mom give you too much love? Did mom want you to be a girl? See, and the whole thing is like nuts. It's a total flipping fad. One person started it, Jenner. Yeah, I'm gonna call him out because him's a him. I don't care how much he likes wearing ladies' clothes. Jenner, you're a girl. You're not a girl. You're a guy, but you were an awesome Olympic athlete. And I guess once the Olympics was over with, you couldn't cut it anywhere, so you decided to become a female. Well, that's some BS. I'm sorry, dude. That sounds like a mental problem. And all this is it's a mental issue. It's like, why would you do that? Walk into a bar and it's ladies' night and you're actually a dude and the bartender looks at you and he goes, "Can I see some ID?" And your ID has your male name and your male, it says sex, male, female. There's nothing on a license or ID anywhere that says trans whatever. It doesn't because there's only two genders. Gender and sex is one and the same thing. Gender is just another word for the word sex. When you fill in an application for work, it says gender or it says sex and it'll say male or female. Now, the whole woke dumbasses out there, they want to put on their other. Okay, if you mark other, you're crazy because there's no such thing as an other. Scientifically, never will be an other. There's no DNA for an other. There's no DNA that supports a trans. It's a mental state of mind, which means it's up here and it's not a scientific fact. It's a psychological, chemical imbalance, whatever the heck you want to call it, but you're not a trans anything. These stupid idiot females I see saying that, oh yeah, transgender men can have babies. No, they can't. They don't have a uterus. And a human life has got to be nurtured and grown in a uterus. And there's not that present in any male species on this earth. Human male species, I should say. Yeah, there are some animals out there that are like transsexual. But that's because God made them that way. And he didn't make men and women that way. He made men, he made women. God made man, made woman. Woman has a uterus, man does not. He's got the testes. Woman, she got eggs. So the testes have to fertilize the eggs and there you go. But who carries the baby? Who carries the new life? The female, not the male, not the trans woman. And for these idiots that are out there saying, "Oh yeah, trans women can have babies," they're crazy. And if they're saying they're learning this in schools, well then the schools need to be shut down. Okay? I mean, come on. I went to school. I know about X chromosome, Y chromosome. It's scientific fact. I got encyclopedias out there that state scientific fact. So this crap that they're feeding everyone, it's exactly what it is. Crap. Total crap. They're trying to make us so dependent on and trusting in this BS that they're putting out there that we forget the reality, we forget the truth. And when you forget the truth, you become a prisoner. Remember what they taught about truth? Truth sets you free. They don't want you to be free. That's what this whole government's about. It's about making everybody dependent on this. And I don't want to get into a political thing, but this transgender thing is a total brainwash. Total brainwash. And okay, this is the question I would pose. Okay, someone that you've known for your whole life long, and all of a sudden they're getting on the trans train, and you tell them like, "Well, you didn't believe that 10 years ago." Oh, well, I was wrong. I've done bullshit. It's a lie. I don't care what anybody says. Stop. So I think that we should take all the trans folks who want to compete in women's sports and create their own sports arena. What do you think? I mean, trans should play against trans, right? I mean, women compete in sports against women, right? Men can compete against men, right? Transgender men should compete against transgender men and vice versa. That's fair, right? But there's women being forced to accept a transgender woman who is actually a guy to compete in a sport that they know physiologically they are not going to be able to beat the transgender woman in because of obvious physiological differences. That's not fair. Now, where's all the activists for the people who are normal? Oh, y'all are sitting back there waiting for it to blow over. Y'all need to stand up and beat some stuff in. Stick it up. But I've never seen this. Now our world is turned upside down. Right is wrong, and wrong is right, and we're just supposed to suck it up, buttercup, and go with it. I don't think so. I think we need a revolution. We need to get up, we need to stand up and fight for what's right, and stop playing with the stupid crazy people. Because I mean, 40 years ago, I've been in a rubber room. So, how do you feel about trans? I mean, seriously. I mean, is it just me? I don't think so. I think trans people need some help because, oh my gosh. And it's like, dude, go stand in the bathroom, in the mirror, spread your legs apart, and if something hangs down, you are definitely not a woman. And the fact is, you can't tell the difference between a woman and a man. Honey, you need help. And women, same thing. But you know what's funny? And I don't know if you noticed, but there's more transgender women. Translated for all of you who have just tuned in, means a transgender woman is a guy who thinks or identifies as a woman, even though he's physiologically and uh, medically identified as a man. But because he wants to be a woman, you know what that is? That's homosexual. That's all it is, a glorified way of today's homosexuals being what they are. And they want to call it homophobic? How's it homophobic? You know what phobic is? Phobic is an unnatural fear. I don't have any unnatural fear of these people. I don't care less. I feel sorry for them that they're crazy. Not crazy in the head. Like, shit. Like you wouldn't believe. It's just like, doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, I'm going to probably make a lot of people mad at this video. And honestly, I'm too old to care. But I will always tell the truth. And the truth is, there are two sexes. X, X, female. X, Y, male. There's no XO. There's no XB. There's no XM. There's no XF. There never was, never will be, and never will be ever in our lifetime. Because you know what? God doesn't make mistakes. And he only made men. He made women. Adam, Eve, and it wasn't like Adam and whatever the hell your name is. It wasn't Adam and so-and-so. Or it wasn't even that other thing. Wouldn't that have been weird? That was really odd. Oh yeah, Eve. Here's I don't know what to call him, but you're with him now, or you're with her now. What the? Can you imagine the confusion at the beginning of the earth? I mean, the Bible strictly says Man created man, and the woman was taken from, the rib of Adam and the man and woman, so man would have a helpmate. Can you imagine Adam's annoyance at what am I supposed to do with him? Yeah, he may sound effeminate and may wear the leaves as a skirt really nice, but how am I supposed to procreate with that? Yeah, that would be really funny. No, it wouldn't be funny. That'd be kind of sad. I mean, they could do the reverse with Eve. It's like, hey, Eve, here's Mr. She It, you know, or him, her, or what the stupid pronoun bull crap. And it's like, and she could look at that other person and go, so how am I supposed to make more humans to make this world work if you and I are the same? Because there's no such thing as, oh my gosh, as transsexuals. There, there's no transgender anything. It's a made up BS word. And I hate to say it, but can you imagine the confusion that's going on now compared to 10 years from now? If we don't all like kind of wake up and smell the coffee, it's like, you're a trans what? You're him, her, they, those, the, him, it. No. They're really screwing up our English language, you know that? We used to know what words meant. Now they're trying to play this imaginary Scrabble that makes no sense, so they got to come up with a new dictionary. The new dictionary is like saying, well, him, Mr., and her means she or means Mrs., but it actually, in effect, means him, her, that, it. Okay, I'm totally confused now. So can you figure it out for me? Because I have no clue. I mean, you can walk down the street right now and go, okay, you look like a her, but are you a him, her, she, it, that? What the heck? Oh, God forbid we should hurt somebody's feelings by saying the wrong pronouns. Why don't they just leave? There's an old saying. The old saying is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I think we need to go back to that, honestly, because everything else is baroque. Peace out and see you on the flip side. God willing, it'll be normal and not crazy. Oh my goodness.